Hello, I'm Bruce Lorincz, and this show is called Bruce on the Loose. I talk to people in city government, the school system, and businesses, community. Lisa Morrison is my guest today. Integrated Community Solutions. And thank you, Lisa, for joining me today and shedding light on this very important project and idea that you're involved in.
Thank you for having me.
What about the society? Has society changed a little bit with individuals with developmental disabilities?
Certainly over the decades, there's been a lot of changes. But today, I'm happy to say that we're inclusive. We see our folks with developmental disabilities in all aspects of society. I look forward to more inclusion as life goes on, but yeah, we're very different than we were, say, decades ago. So, yeah.
Can these individuals with your help and training and other institutions, can they be productive in their lives?
Absolutely. We have many folks that have jobs, they work, they're productive, they pay taxes, and contribute to society in ways that most other people do. So, yeah.
What is your background in developmental disabilities?
So, I am a parent of 3 young adults on the autism spectrum. They're ages 21, 22, and 23. So for at least 2 decades now, I've been involved, a little more, I've been involved in the developmental disabilities world, and have learned so much from them. They are my greatest teachers. But yeah.
Sometimes it's funny you mention that. School started today in Wadsworth. Teachers learn a lot from their students, don't they? It seems like it's the other way around, but I had student teachers at Akron U for 7 years, and I always told them, listen to your students. You can really pick up some good things from them.
Yeah, true. True, very true.
Okay, what about some of the activities and some of the endeavors that you have with these students?
Sure. So our nonprofit, Integrated Community Solutions, we formed in 2021, and the first reason why I formed Integrated Community Solutions was because I started to think about my kids' life after I was no longer here. And I came across these communities around the country that were designed for people with developmental disabilities, but they offered the option of home ownership, which I can tell you many of our families want that option because it gives their loved one permanence. It allows them to build equity in a really important asset that could be useful in later life care. So when I found these communities, I said, well, this is a no-brainer. This is what I want for my kids. The problem was I couldn't find any communities like this in Ohio. So our biggest mission is that we are bringing the first community like this to Ohio, to Medina County. So it's going to be a great asset for Medina County. And many of our families, as I said, are very excited about the prospect of having a community like this.
Are there fees? I'm sorry, I got ahead. You were going to fit.
So that makes our community very unique, that we're going to be offering home ownership. Another way that our community is unique will be unique, is that it's going to be neurodiverse, meaning people without disabilities can have a chance of living there. I will live there. My husband will live there. I know other families that would like to live next door to their loved one. So most of the residents in the community will be folks who have disabilities, but there will be about 1/3 of residents that won't have disabilities. We're looking at a parcel right now. We're hoping to obtain it. It'll be 20 acres. We're hoping to get 50 homes on that 20 acres. So it's going to be a nice community to live in. Another aspect, though, of the nonprofit is we started social programming in the evening. We started that 2 years ago when we first formed. I know as a mom of 3 kids with special needs that there was not enough for us to do in the evenings where they could meet with friends and others like them and have fun. So our social programs have been very popular. The overwhelming majority of our social programming is free, which is really important to our adults who are living on fixed incomes, right? They can't really afford to pay for activities long term. So I was really excited to see the response from our social programming. We meet 2 to 3 times a week. We have art group and game night and bingo and movie night. We just started dinner club. Anything that I can think to do that I think people would enjoy doing, I will form a group and do it. So I think you asked initially like what we're busy doing. And so our programming is very active. We get people from surrounding counties even coming to us because there's no other organization offering free social programming in the evening that is open to everybody and anybody. I mean, anybody can join us, so yeah.
So if someone wants to just, there's no parameters, someone hears about the group, it doesn't matter what county you're in, you get people from various counties, I understand.
Yeah, we do.
And I'm sure the socialization is good, it's very positive for the participants.
It is. It is so much. And so I always tell people, if your individual wants to bring a friend or a family member or somebody from school, like, you know, and if that would help them have a better time, by all means, you know, bring whoever you need to support your individual so that they have a positive experience there. Not that that's really a problem because our groups are really fun anyways. So, and a lot of our folks, like for the first time in their lives, they're making friends, which is amazing. I mean, yeah, I mean, I had no idea that this would be, first of all, as popular as it is, but secondly, the impact that it would have on some of our folks who just really haven't had opportunities to be social.
And if they come to one activity, then they may be able to come to another, renew those friendships, and then say, hey, and then introduce to other people, and it seems like it could grow as time goes on. Is that right?
Very organically, right? I mean, I see that happen time and time again. Right. The funny part of all this is that we have these social groups, and we also have some educational groups that are designed to help teach independent living skills. Like we have had cooking classes, or we had personal safety classes. So, you know, again, just thinking of things that I can put together, I will put these things together. But the people that come to these groups and make friends, it's such a social opportunity. And my kids are like the least social out of anybody. My kids kind of like to look from the outside in and go, look at all my friends, you know, but I'm fine out here.
They're guarded. They're guarded.
Yeah, they're a little more guarded, but in the middle, you just have such wonderful socialization going on. You know, the other thing that I want to mention, starting a couple of years ago also, we were looking for volunteer opportunities for our folks. Our folks are the ones that are usually requiring assistance in society, right? Mm-hmm. But I would like to find opportunities where our folks can actually be the helpers in society. The Amazing Race is coming up, for example, and this will be our third year that we are volunteering to serve lunch to the Amazing Race teams in Medina County. We have recently partnered with the Office of Older Adults, and we now have groups of our individuals going out and shopping for seniors who cannot leave their homes and buy groceries. So, you know, so in that way, our folks are becoming the helper now and helping other people, and at the same time forming these really important relationships with the folks that they're serving. So that's just another aspect of the social enrichment that we're trying to provide and grow.
I would imagine if after that visit to the grocery store and the groceries are delivered, it's really a very, very positive experience for both parties.
Both. There's a lot of research talking about merging, you know, these two marginalized groups, right, and the benefits of doing that. But the other thing is when they are shopping for, you know, the people that they're helping, they're also building their own independent living skills because they're looking at shopping lists and they're buying the things on the shopping lists, they're paying for that. So, you know, it's just a win-win all around. Everybody benefits. Yeah.
During those activities, do you use adult volunteers, maybe a retired teacher or counselor or educator to help the people with disabilities?
Yeah, our biggest need for volunteers is on our game nights.
Okay.
So I could have people sitting at different tables running different types of games. Like you could have your Uno table, or your life table, that game of life.
Don't forget blackjack.
Yeah. Blackjack, yeah. So
Maybe.
maybe, but so having people come in and volunteer for game night is always really helpful. Yeah.
No question about it. What about some of the short-term goals of ICS? Do you talk to your board, and we'll get to that in just a second too, that you really have short-term things that you'd like to accomplish?
So our short-term goals revolve around our programming. So with our social programming, educational programming, and volunteerism, I'm always looking for opportunities to grow those. So short-term, those are the things that I focus on.
Okay, what about long-term goals? Things like, down the road, maybe big projects or something you want to tackle.
So our long-term goals, I have to tell you, I feel like every day I am climbing Mount Everest to achieve our long-term goals, but I have a lot of support from our community and our parents, and it makes it a little bit easier. But our biggest long-term goal is establishing our residential community, right? But we also will have a community center, and that community center will serve as an asset to the residents in our community as well as to the greater community. We will have 2 different types of day programming in that community center for people of different ages. We will have probably 4 or 5 different vocational programs that will run throughout the community. So that right there, those are huge long-term goals. And you mentioned my board. My board is wonderful. My board supports this in every way possible. Right now, we are an all-volunteer organization. So I am running all of the programming at this point and doing the majority of the planning for our long-term goals. Our board is very supportive in all of those goals. I think that's what I wanted to say, yeah.
What does ICS need to do to meet those goals, both short-term and long-term? So
we need support. Time, talent, and treasure. So short-term goals, I am actively fundraising so that we can support the social and educational programs that we have so that we don't have to ask the participants to pay for their participation, because as I said, that could be a financial barrier for a lot of our adults. So fundraising is definitely something that we're actively pursuing. Certainly volunteerism is always, we are always looking for volunteers who want to participate in our programs, especially, like our game nights. For our long-term goals, we will have to have a capital campaign. I am looking for folks who are interested in becoming involved in helping us raise the capital that we need to build our community center, to put the infrastructure in the land that we eventually purchase. So.
Beautiful day today, low 70s, sunny. Boy, it'd be a good opportunity for a golf outing.
Yes, we do. We have a golf outing coming up. Thank you. So we have a golf outing coming up. It will be September 27th. We are looking for sponsors. If you go to our website, you'll see our flyer, which can take you to the golf outing website, and there's different levels of sponsorships available. We're looking for foursomes, and it's a scramble. So folks really like the scramble option for golf outings. So yes.
And where will this be held at?
Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill, okay. And again, the date?
September 27th, and tea time is 9 a.m.
So just a lead time, about a month away, just about a month. So if you're interested in getting out there, we can't duplicate today probably with weather, but we hope it's going to be really nice and sunny.
It will be. It's going to be amazing.
And people, that's a good way for people to meet other people too. Not all the deals in business and in industry are made in the office. A lot of them are made at the golf course, aren't they?
You know
Lisa?
what? I know. It's a Friday, and I'm just encouraging people, bring your clients. It's going to be a great day for golf, and it might be the last hurrah.
That's
right?
true.
I
Yeah.
wanted to have this at a time where people are like, I got to get in like one more golf outing.
Right.
So, yeah.
Climate change, you just never know
Yeah.
what's going on. Very
Yeah.
hot, and a lot of places trying to bail out with some lot of rain and everything. So, what if someone is a little reluctant to volunteer to work with students with disabilities? What do you have some guidance? Do you have some veterans there that can go slow with these volunteers so that they'll be, they'll feel content and happy and come back another time?
Yeah, so first of all, we serve people of all ages, right?
Right.
We have some kids who come to our programs. We have folks in their 60s who come to our programs, and all ages in between. And what I have found is that, folks with disabilities are just like anybody else. It doesn't, when you come to our programs, our volunteers don't feel like they have to treat them in like a special way. They just treat them like they would anybody else. And that was something that I had to learn, having 3 kids with special needs. Like, that was something I didn't realize until I had these kids. And, I treat them, I parent them like, like I would anybody else. So, yeah.
We talked about you didn't have to live in Medina County. You branch out. What is the furthest person that comes and gets services? Or is it maybe 25, 30 miles away?
Oh, more. We have somebody
wow.
we have somebody who comes to our groups faithfully, and he travels about 55 minutes
Wow.
to get to us. Yeah, they're in Lorraine County. So yeah.
That must make you feel very positive that
It
they would
does.
come almost an hour away to go ahead and get your services.
Well, there's not a lot of groups like that. I can't think of another group that's doing this. So, and they certainly don't have anything out in Lorraine, they say. So they come spend time with us. The majority of those that we serve are Medina County residents, though. But then we get people, who come in from the surrounding counties. But I'm happy to say that these are folks that are really interested in living in our community when we have it built, and that's going to be in Medina County. So there are going to be folks who move to Medina County to experience life in Medina County. A lot of these folks will work and they will contribute to Medina County. So, people don't realize how much our folks with disabilities can contribute to their communities. So I'm really excited for this community to happen, and for other folks to see how much we are able to give back to our community.
Can you expect to get any support or assistance from the county, the city, the state, or federal government down the road?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So for our community center especially, because our community center will be an asset for our community and the outer community. We will have a food service program that will serve the outer community. We will have meeting spaces that people will be able to use in our community center. Sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah, so, and because of that, we do have the support of our elected officials, which has been wonderful. Yeah.
What about your promotion? You seem to me to be this is on the cutting edge, and you're really unique and different. How do you go ahead and spread the word? Do the families of the people you bring, do they help? Is word of mouth important, and you try to branch out and get different ways and vehicles to promote?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm on all social media, always advertising or promoting what we're doing. Our families and word of mouth have been instrumental in spreading the word of what we're offering right now and what we plan for the future. So, and also coming on programs like this, Bruce, is really helpful. So thank you for having me. Yeah, this is important.
No, it's really important. We will send this out to Medina and Brunswick and Worcester and various areas, and we're very proud to do a lot of programming on WCTV. It's not just the schools. it's city government, it's new businesses in town, and I think it's really important for us to go ahead and support these
I'm sorry.
very, very important programs, because they're very, very significant to those students that you're dealing with. I mean, it really gives them a shot in the arm, and they feel like they're wanted. They feel like there's something to do, and they get very, very excited. I saw Gus last night on TV, and he has some disability issues, but he was so excited last night at the Democratic National Convention about his father. Talk about that for a minute.
I'm so sorry. I have a tickle in my throat. So I think that, for people wanting to feel productive, as you said, and useful, I think that giving back to their community can help them feel useful and productive, and the sense of pride that they feel. And then seeing people who might be celebrities that have children with special needs, or are politicians that have children with special needs, it helps make it more usual, because people out there in the world, not everybody has an opportunity to interact with our folks, right? And we tend to be uncomfortable with things that we're not familiar with, right? So when we see folks that represent us, or celebrities, for example, that have their loved ones who have special needs, it just makes it more usual. And then society starts to become more familiar with our folks and feel more comfortable with our folks. So it's important. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Talking a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's sounds like a first-year team. Wadsworth Schools start today, and it was always difficult first couple days, and today, Thursday, then one day, and then teachers will have an opportunity to go ahead and have a little break over the weekend. What about, we talk a little bit about your uniqueness. Why is the help you give to the students with special needs, why are you different than any other group?
So first of all, I am so sorry. I was at Business at the Barn yesterday. Shout out for Northern Medina County Chamber. And I talked so long yesterday, so my voice is kind of roached, which leads to me coughing today. Okay, so how are we unique? So the fact that we are open to all makes us unique. The fact that we're offering free social and educational programming makes us a unique group. But also the community that we're planning and offering home ownership, that's huge. That is an option that our families have been asking for, and we're bringing it to Medina County. It'll be the first community like it in Ohio. It gives our families an opportunity, as I said, to build equity in a really important asset, so that makes us unique. And just the approach that we have, I think, for inclusion. Our community will be neurodiverse. That gives our folks an opportunity to live in a community designed for them, but yet surrounded by people that have disabilities and folks that don't have disabilities. That makes that community very unique, a very unique opportunity for our folks. Yeah.
There's no barriers. Medina County has been a opportunity for a lot of people to come. I talked to Mayor Lawbaugh, and Wadsworth has about a 2.5% increase of population. Medina maybe a little more. Brunswick. So we're all in this together.
We are.
And if those are opportunities for people to utilize, then it's just another feather in our hat.
Oh, absolutely. And since it will be the first community like it in Ohio, we will have people moving here. So that just helps our population growth, and we'll have families moving here so that their children can take part in this.
What's the next hurdle that you need to get over, Lisa?
So, we need to have a capital campaign.
Okay.
That is a huge hurdle. I need good people to participate in that campaign with us. That's our hurdle. We need people that will be interested, community leaders who are interested in helping us raise the capital that's needed to build our community center.
It's really important for you to get out. I really impressed with you talking to the chamber yesterday and other groups in Medina County. And again, they will spread the word and they will help you hopefully to reach those goals. And they're not insurmountable.
Right. I am everywhere. If someone will listen to me, I will be there talking. So if my voice holds out.
Right.
But yeah, so it's, it's a mission of love, and I'm determined, and this is going to happen, and I'm grateful that you had me here.
What now, we have just a few seconds left. What can you tell the people of Wadsworth, Medina, Brunswick, Worcester, Hudson, and parts beyond? What do you want them to know?
Know that we're here, know that we're planning this wonderful community. If you know families who have a loved one with a developmental disability, or if you have a family who has a loved one interested in living in our community that doesn't have a disability, I would love to talk with them. Interestingly, these communities around the country have had people like retired teachers or retired firefighters, retired nurses that have wanted to live in the community so that they could just have a chance to give back, on a daily basis and be part of a community like this. So just spread the word. We are here. We're offering something amazing. We're bringing it to Medina County, and if you know anyone who would like to participate in time, talent, treasure, residency, we are interested in talking with them. Yeah.
Lisa Morrison, I learned a great deal today. Integrated Community Solutions, thank you very much. Next time we'll time it where you haven't had a big talk the day before. We got through it, and people hopefully will watch it, and in the other communities we're going to send it. Thanks for viewing Bruce on the Loose, and we'll have coming up a dedication. Matt Hiscox, we're going to talk about the memorial for 9/11 and also the safety town for the Wadsworth students. Thank you very much.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.